Okay, welcome along to the Portland Live Sessions, recorded here at Portland Public House in Kingsland. Now, my very special guest today is Yayne. Please give it up for Yayne. Now, as we always like to do, we get to know a little bit about who you are first and foremost. So if you can just start telling us who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Awesome. So my name's Yayne. I'm a singer first and foremost, bit of a creative, all sorts, do lots of other little kind of things, creative things, henna, can't think on the spot what else, but lots of creative endeavours, and I'm originally from Christchurch. I'm now based in Wellington. Yeah.
Cool. Now, the first time I heard of your voice and your music was another Christchurch artist, Truth, dubstep duo.
Yep.
So obviously there's been a bit of a journey from doing vocal stuff in a sound system style with Truth to writing your own material and getting to the point where your EP is out now. So
yeah.
So obviously, what were the early influences when you first started out as a vocalist?
It's kind of gone like full cycle around. I grew up listening to a lot of R&B, hip hop, kind of, I guess, pop at the time. And when I started working with Truth in Christchurch, I was just studying at NASDA, Performing Arts School, and we were going to heaps of gigs, dubstep, electronic, drum and bass. There was a bit of a hub there in Christchurch, and yeah, just kind of thought when I finished studying that, I could do this, and started doing that, and it kind of took me further than I actually realised or thought that it would. And then it got to a point where I was like, whoa, I don't actually know if this is like, where what I want to be singing, the kind of styles that really like rung true with me. So it was an incredible time though. Like I learned a lot about different styles and different aspects, being on stage, technicalities, things that I wouldn't have known otherwise. So, and now, it's nice to be able to have come to a place where I can do my own styles, my own music. Yeah.
I think the first time I saw you perform was actually at Rakino's.
Yeah.
Rakino's was a really great, nurturing environment for not just DJs but musicians to kind of hone their craft, and some of those epic kind of jam sessions. You get players who are, made up. Yokozuna or, early times I saw Bailey Wiley perform yourself.
Definitely.
It really was, a great environment that we kind of miss in the Auckland scene at the moment.
Yeah, no, it was. It was really cultivated, a kind of like a movement that's now, all these people are that's where we started, I guess. Well, not started, but we gave each other a lot of ideas and really encouraged just our musical expression, I guess, in different ways. Yeah. And
some of the other early recordings that I still play to this day, which feature you, one is Rizvan, Run.
Yep.
Still one of my favourite vocal kind of lines towards the end of that song of yours.
It's one of my favourites too that I've done. Yeah.
And also, you featured on the John O'Das Illustrations EP.
Yeah.
Yeah, a great. What was the song there? Country.
Country. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. Country Cook Country Jail.
Yeah,
that's
the one. So obviously, all of this has led to you working towards your debut EP release. Now, the EP came out this year, earlier this year, but obviously there's a lot of work and a lot of history going into the release. So give us a little bit of an insight into the path that led to the creation of those songs that appear on your EP.
I'd done a lot of collaborations with a lot of really amazingly talented people, and I just really wanted to do my own solo kind of stuff. You probably, if you've listened to it, you'd know that the only feature I have is mellow dance, so for me it was really just kind of like that first stepping stone, establishing myself as a solo artist, ideas of my own, kind of fleshing them out, I guess. But we had a bit of trouble with the stems. We kind of lost a lot of the parts of the tracks that we'd worked towards, and built up, and ended up having to kind of go back to the stripped versions, which, in a way, it kind of taught me what I needed to know, which is, just to kind of accept things as they are and let them go. And it's like that part of time, you're never going to make something that's perfect, Yeah. So.
Yeah. And tell me about the process of the way you do write. Is it you on an instrument coming up with a melody and chords and lyrics, or do you kind of work off maybe someone's given you a beat or an idea and you kind of bounce off that?
Yeah, I think it's different every time, but it depends if I get sent a beat that's like, you really like you're feeling and you want to, like you're inspired to write over it. Sometimes it's just a line that's going over in your head, like a lyric or a melody, and you kind of just like flesh it out a little bit. And I'm not very good on instruments, but I know basics on guitar and keyboard, and I use my old school Yamaha keyboard just to like little ideas, and then I either do it myself and then bring it to the band, my amazing band, or just work over beats, or just write and then come back to it.
Now tell me about the band that you have. You're currently based in Wellington. You've got a group of musicians you have been playing with. So run me through the lineup and tell us how that works live.
Cool. So I'm on vocals. I've got Leo Colgini on keys. He plays like a bass synth as well, so we don't have a bass player as such, but he does a really good job at that, doing both. We've got Jules Blumen on guitar, and then we've got Sam Notman on drums. So we've kind of like adapted my EP to start with, and then we've also got a few other songs that have been kind of in the works previously that we've fleshed out a little bit as a band. So we kind of got together because we all had a bit of a shared vision of what we wanted to do creatively, and just experimenting really, and being in a good group of people that we feel like we can do that with. Yeah.
No, awesome. So we are going to hear a live performance from Yayne very soon. So let's give us a little bit of an insight into the songs in which we're going to hear today. So let's start with Lo-Fi Lullaby.
Cool. So Lo-Fi Lullaby is the second to last track on the album, on the EP, sorry, and it's done quite minimally. Actually, I did it. I recorded it it's lo-fi, funny that, through my computer, laptop mic, and my Yamaha keyboard. And it's basically just about turning off your mind from everything, that you think about before you go to bed, and it's kind of like just letting things be. Instead of, mulling over all these different things, it's like, cool. Just, being okay with how everything is at the present moment.
When you perform it, are you feeling the lyrics and the emotion that went into writing it? Does that still come through when you performing those words and singing those words?
Definitely, yeah. Gives me mana when I'm on stage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Yayne. Give it up for Yayne.
Thank you. Cool. So this one is Lo-Fi Lullaby. I spend most of my time when I'm lying in bed, staring at light bulbs, facing up to all these thoughts that I have in my head all day long. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Find my peace of mind. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Find my peace of mind. Oh, I gotta dim all these harsh lights and dim my thoughts. Oh, they blinded my vision. And this glare that's in my eyes, I gotta put it to rest on my own. Oh, flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Find my peace of mind. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Find my peace of mind. Oh, oh. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Find my peace of mind. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Flick the switch, oh flick the switch. Find my peace of mind. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you. Woohoo!